Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to my dear lecturer, Dr. Muhammad Yusuf bin Baharudin. My name is Siti, NILAM SARI BINTI MULKAN. My matric number D2020 1093024. Today I would like to present my report summary academic writing in subject QAC 3093 Communication Effectively in Sport Coaching. Firstly, I want to talk about what is cohesion. So the definition of a team cohesion is by Ballon and Hall, 1990, provide the following description in relation to its connection to group performance. The main point for team cohesion is an individual's sense of belonging to a particular group and his or her feeling of a moral associated with membership in groups. It reflects the degree to which members work together to achieve a specific goals. Cohesion in sport refers to the willingness in which a team sticks together and works together within their performance to achieve successful. Next, type of team cohesion. The first category has to do with the individual aspects of a team or more specifically the task dimension. Karen, 1982. Task for team cohesion is about what athletes do. Social cohesion is about who athletes are. As a coach need to play a role in this task. This is said so because a coach need to teach the athlete which more techniques oriented are likely to develop high task cohesion because the focus is on the actual skill requirement of the sport. Besides that, on this slide, I would like to talk about factor of effect cohesion. There are several factors to the cohesion performed for each team. First among the factors are environment. Second is personal factor. Third is team factor, and the last one is leadership. For the first one is personal factor is identified as individual within the group need to agree on common aims and objective in order to bond effectively. Next factor is environment. It's considered to the most general. They represent the normative force that hold the group together. Then, team factor refer to group task characteristics such as individual or team sport, norms for group actions, desire for success, and team stability. The last one is the leadership factor. Is effective leadership, improve performance, motivate subordinates, and satisfies them. In any organization or group, leadership is the major process, and the success or fail of the organization or the team is attributed to it. Seladurai, 1998. Since leadership has an effective role on the effectiveness of individual and group, it is considered an important process in human resource management and which lead to develop in a team. After that, I will continue with suggestion for coaching style. A coaching style has to reflect our personality. It is an extension of our personality. So the first of coaching style that I choose is cooperative. Cooperative we define as shared decision making, which athlete as a coach must believe it is their job to guide the athlete in decision making process to achieve their goal. Second coaching style that I suggest is positive communication. As a coach, it is necessary to emphasize the appreciation and praise that athletes have. This is turn will improve the performance of the athlete. In addition, the coach must also take disciplinary action or punishment against the athlete if the athlete commits, and often during training. This is done because to instill respect in the athlete and even give the athlete a good understanding of frustration and fear. And the third one is be a leader or mentor. Be someone who can be seen by athlete in any situation. In fact, provide direction for athlete and create a positive environment for them to grow. Instill value that foster motivation. Next is humor. Coaching with humor is all about bringing change in thinking, perspective, and state, but by stimulating the person to react and defend what is positive about their position rather than focusing on what is negative. Humor is a quick way to help athletes become aware of how they think and act, but it is important to do with love. Last of coaching style that I suggest is address conflict. It be defined as have a plan for addressing conflict and institute consequence fairly and consistently. Inform athlete how the conflict will be handled. As a coach, it is necessary to be wise in dealing with problem or conflict that have occur within athlete and even teach athlete to control conflict that occur in athlete. Next slide, I will present about suggestion of team activity in team cohesion. Coach can use some creative approach to complementing their training time with outside encounters. The first team activity is goal setting. For an athlete to achieve a high level of performance, the athlete needs to have a clear goals. A clear goals describe achievement toward victory. As a coach and athlete have long been using goal setting as a mental strategy and enhance sport performance. The coach must have goals. The team must have goals. Each individual player must have goals. Goals keep everyone on target. And the second one is discussion grouping. Lead discussion group that provide every athlete the opportunity to speak on a particular topic that is relevant. Model effective communication practice. As a coach, interaction between athlete is important because of getting to know the athlete and the opportunities for the athlete to give an opinion during discussion with their coach. Next is team captain. In guiding a team, the coach must appoint a captain in the team. Moreover, teach them in being a committed captain and the best in the team. Is even responsible for performing its duties as a team leader. As team captains, they have high responsibilities, so a coach needs to explain their roles. Besides that, team activity that I suggest is team cheers. Provide enclosure to each team meeting or practice by unity the team with a cheer. With each cheers and can increase the internal or intrinsic motivation of an athlete and also increase athlete spirit to compete and not give up easily. And the last one is celebrate success. As a coach, teach athlete to define success by more than just at the outcome of a competition. Demonstrate how to celebrate the small victory that build confidence. On this slide, I will be present about suggestion for coach-athlete relationship. The coach-athlete relationship is a key tool used by coach who aims to teach life skills to young athletes. The first point that I suggest is individualize. As a coach, need to play a role in recognizing the individual needs of the athlete and trying to understand athlete at a deeper psychologist level. Secondly is interpersonal feedback. Provide opportunities to give and receive interpersonal feedback about behavior, help athletes raise self-awareness. Interpersonal feedback is an important process in group therapy. Next is empathy. Empathy is the ability to readily understand your athlete by being aware of their feeling, to emotion and how they impact the athlete's performance and conveying your sensitivity to them. Make the effort to understand the athlete's joy, frustration, anxiety and anger. After that is athlete input. Coaches need to encourage athletes to take responsibility for their own development and share ideas. Give them the opportunity to share ideas individually and group setting, giving athletes the opportunity to voice the ideas they want to put forward. This will make the athlete more comfortable to share ideas with the coach individually or in group. And belonging clarities of rules is my last point to suggest for coach-athlete relationship. Coach help athletes satisfy their inherent need to be belong by valuing and explaining their role on the team. Explain individual roles in team success. Coaches should clearly outline individual roles to team members, stressing the importance of each player's roles to the team's success. When players understand what is required of their teammates, they can begin to develop support and empathy. In conclusion, team cohesion is part of a team's success because the more the cohesion among the team members, the better they will be able to demonstrate their abilities. The way coaches can create high levels of team cohesion depends on the coach's motivational techniques to ensure that his athlete will compete at the highest level. The coach is someone who creates an environment where goals are recognized on a team's level. These goals are what motivates a team to be successful and perform at their best. The individual on a team have to be able to perform at their highest level through the season. That's all from me. Thank you, Doctor, and have a good day.